Okay, this is heat number 2 of the Wakeleif Open for 2006. Troy Mackey will be the first rider, followed by Troy Roker, Trent Van Meurs, Brenton Priestley, Michael Davies and Kristen Bauer. An all-star field for heat number 2. Alright, first rider in heat number 2 is none other than Troy Mackey. This kid has got some skills. Check this out. Toe side for the big bat wing as trick number 1. Then onto his heel side edge. There is the off-axis heel side at 360. Couple of rollers to negotiate and then straight into the toe side 540-degree spin. Back around onto his regular heel side edge. There is the whirlybird. This kid is not scared to get it done. He wants to be through to the finals. 2 tricks to come. The Tootsie Roll is one of them. And one more for Mackey on his heel side edge, jamming that board in. Letting it drift out behind him a little bit for a big old melon 180. Pass number 2 for Mackey. Starts off on his heel side edge. The roll to blind is his first trick. Then back in, putting the grab down on the nose of that there Hyperlife wakeboard and taking it upside down with a scarecrow. The heel side 540, oh, just sketching it out a little bit at the end there. Then into the front side roll to revert. He knows exactly what he needs to do to make it through. Then into the front side roll to revert again. Oh, repeating a trick, but it doesn't matter, Mackey will go through. Troy Roker's the next rider on the water, starting off with a big 9-1-1. Toe side getting the scarecrow done, looking to get the grab on that one. Roker onto his heel side edge. There is the whirlybird. Oh, Troy Roker has come up short, and fall number 1 for Roker. Each rider has 2 falls, which means Roker is back on the water. There is the nose grab, heel side back roll. Toe side for Troy Roker. Oh, just getting a little bit styly and having a good time out there. Tell you what, he is one of the riders that you will see have the most fun on a wakeboard. A nuclear tantrum for Troy Roker on pass number 2. He's going to really need to stand this one up and make something special to get through to the finals. Blowing it out the back door on a big old off-axis 180. Then the off-axis heel side 360. This kid not scared to take the board out behind him. Looking to get the bat wing done there, but can't quite get the grab down. One trick to come for Troy Roker. The backside 360, dropping the handle at the end there, but that should be enough to get him through to the final. Alright, a local kid, Trent Van Meurs is on the water. Starts things off with a nice big stalefish tantrum. You don't see that sort of grab on tantrums too often. And Van Meurs is not scared. The toe side 540 is his nemesis and just drops him in the water that time around. First fall down for Trent Van Meurs, going to really need to step it up now. Heel side, digs a big one in. There is the back roll, getting the melon grab on that one. And now for Trent Van Meurs, just trying to get past number 2 dialed in. The front side back roll, heel side into a nice big indie grab, really shifting the board round for extra style points. There is the toe side 540. We saw him go down on that in pass number 1, gets it done this time. And then into the tantrum to fakie, and Trent Van Meurs getting it done on pass number 2. Brenton Priestley is the next rider off the dock, one of the young guns of Australian competition, and a nice big grab on his tantrum. Same thing on a heel side 360. You'll see this kid really blowing up in the next couple of years right there, just getting the half cab 180 done with a different kind of grab on it, straight into the more technical upside down, as that was the KGB. Pass number 2 for Priestley. Oh, looking to get the nuclear glide straight off the bat, wasting no time. The front side spinning 540-degree turn. Then onto his heel side edge. There is the whirlybird, as big as you like. Brenton Priestley really taking it up a couple of notches here. Tootsie Roll for Priestley through the rollers, looking to get the backside 360 done, and he is on and through for pass number 2. Alright, Michael Davies from South Australia, there is the 9-1-1 to start things off. Not scared to really have a crack at this super wake. This guy loves to take it big. Have a look at this. The scarecrow is trick number 2. Dodging a couple of the rollers as he comes way into the middle of the course. The off-axis heel side 360. Toe side for Michael Davies, rolling it out and around. That is the elephant roll. One trick to come. Heel side 360 for Davis, and he is done with pass number 1. On his second pass, the South Australian throws down with a big old front to fakie, looking to get the grab down on that one. Second trick for Michael, off the top of that wake, a big crypt, laying it out Superman style and dragging it back down fakie. Toe side again. Oh, looking for that off-axis 540 heavy spin, but getting the handle yanked out of his hands. 370 horsepower will do that to you. Straight back up on his board and getting it done this time. One more trick for Michael Davis. It is the 540 and he is done. All right, the last rider in heat number 2 is none other than Chris Bauer. And unfortunately for Chris, he has come unstuck on his first trick, the backside 180. Then a little shifty just to poke it out and have some fun. There is the switch hillside 3. Chris Bauer, one of the styly riders in the competition. Not got the technical tricks that some of the other boys have got. There was a tail grab just to say he could. Second pass for Bauer, going to need to really wind it up from technicality point of view now. The tantrum is trick number 1. The toe side 540 is trick number 2. He wants a 720, but Bauer is not getting it today. And that brings us to the end of heat number 2. So heat 2 qualifiers going straight through to the finals will be Troy Mackey, Brenton Priestley and Michael Davis. The other riders in heat 2 will have another attempt to make the finals in the coming up last chance qualifier. Alright, this is the last chance qualifiers. A couple of the guys having one more attempt to make their way through. Matty Galvin wanted to get it done. His heel side 5 was looking good. His whirlybird was a little scrappy, but not enough for him. Trent Van Meurs is another rider who wanted a second opportunity. There is a nice big off-axis 5. Van Meurs loving taking it out into the flats. He loved to go big, this kid. Has he got enough to make it through? We'll see when we tell you the final list. Troy Roker was another rider who has all the skills to go through to the finals. He looked a little bit more consistent in the LCQ. Roker, with all his style, will go through to the final. Little bit of a replay here for Roker for you. The biggest whirlybird you're likely to see today. Just copping it on the downside, but still it counts. Scotty Mackey wanted a spot in the finals. He started things off very well with a nice big heel side 360 and a front side roll to revert. But unfortunately for Scotty, the KGB dragged him out the front door. And you can see here, just lets that handle out a little bit far away from him, butt checks, and then bang, straight over the front for Scott Mackey. Not done with it yet. Scott Mackey thought he could give it another shot. The Indy Glide, the heel side 3 that was meant to be a 5, the front side back roll, and second pass for Mackey. He is done. From South Australia, Nat Barber wanted a second shot. Heel side 360 for Barber. The Batwing quickly into the big whirlybird and overcooked it. Smoked himself. Natty Barber from South Australia. Just trying to get it done here and just cooking it out the front door. Okay, pass number 2 for the South Australian kid. Starting things off on his toe side edge, getting a nice big boot off the top of that super wake with a front side front roll. Bit of a front side somersault there for Nat Barber. Straight into the heel side 540, letting the board drift out behind his back. He calls that off axis. On the toe side edge now for trick number 3, there is the Tootsie Roll for Nat Barber. Looking the goods here on pass number 2 at the moment after an early fall in pass number 1. The heel side back roll is trick number 4 for Barber. Time for one more. Jamming it off the top of the super wake. There is the off-axis 180. Well, the riders making it through to the finals after this LCQ, or last chance qualifier, are none other than Nat Barber and Troy Roker. Stay tuned next week as we go down with the final 8.